Behind those perfect swings and that prestigious green jacket is a story of power, money, and a will that left the entire world in awe. How did a boy who started swinging a golf club at age 2 become the wealthiest golfer in history, with a fortune exceeding $1.1 billion, and then still manage to stand back up after falls that shook his entire career? Today, we will step into the overwhelming life of Tiger Woods to discover everything behind that aura. On December 30th, 1975, in Cypress, California, a boy named Tiger Woods was born. His real name is Eldrick Taunt Woods, but the whole world would later know him by a simpler name, Tiger. This nickname was not accidental. His father, Earl Woods, named his son after a close friend in the military whom he deeply respected. It was also his way of instilling the belief that his son would become someone special, and reality proved that very early on. When he was only 2 years old, Tiger Woods began holding a golf club. Even when many children couldn't yet walk steadily, that boy was standing on the practice range with his father. Earl Woods was not just a father, but also the first teacher to lead Tiger into the world of golf. Tiger's talent revealed itself almost immediately. At a very young age, he showed a level of focus and precision that amazed many adults. Meanwhile, his mother, Coltita Woods, played a balancing role, teaching her son humility, discipline, and perseverance. It was the combination of natural talent, strict training from his father, and moral values from his mother that formed the foundation for a future legend. But at that time, no one could have imagined that the small boy would one day change the entire world of golf. Tiger Woods' talent didn't take long to capture the world's attention. As a teenager, he consistently won major amateur tournaments, showing superiority over those of his generation. Every time he stepped onto the golf course, Tiger seemed to carry a rare confidence, as if he knew in advance that he was born to win. In 1996, Tiger Woods officially entered the path of professional competition. In a very short time, he left the entire golf world in awe. His powerful, precise shots and courageous playing style helped him quickly become the center of every tournament. The moment that completely changed Tiger's career came in 1997 when he achieved a resounding victory at the Masters tournament. At that time, Tiger was only 21 years old, but that victory was more than just a title. He broke a series of records and became the youngest champion in the history of the tournament. After that victory, the name Tiger Woods was no longer just associated with golf. He became a global icon. Tournaments featuring Tiger always attracted millions of viewers. His swings were analyzed, learned from, and even became the new standard for the sport. But great success always comes with enormous pressure. And as the world began to place all expectations on Tiger Woods' shoulders, a question began to emerge. Liu Anko, the Tieb Tushdui, Trisutong Trinaitrong Niu Nam Toi Hei Hong? When mentioning Tiger Woods, people don't just think of a golf legend, but also a massive financial empire built on talent, fame, and wise business decisions. According to the original content, his net worth is estimated at around $1.1 billion, making him one of the wealthiest athletes in history and the richest golfer to ever appear in the sport. It's worth noting that this fortune didn't just come from tournaments. Throughout his career, Tiger has earned about $120 million in prize money, a figure that alone is enough to stun many. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. The majority of his wealth comes from endorsement deals with major brands like Nike, Rolex, and Bridgestone. At one stage, Nike alone brought Tiger more than $100 million per year. The familiar TW icon also became a valuable brand in its own right, continuing to generate significant revenue outside the golf course. It didn't stop there. Tiger also expanded his influence through TGR Ventures, which manages business activities such as golf course design and event production. This makes his story not merely the success of an athlete, but the journey of a man who turned his name into a machine creating sustainable value. But if the money was enough to amaze the world, how overwhelming is the luxurious life Tiger built behind the spotlight? If Tiger Woods' fortune has amazed many, his life behind the spotlight reveals a world of luxury truly fitting for a sports superstar. One of Tiger's notable assets is the lakeside mansion in Windermere, Florida, located in the famous golf community of Isleworth. He bought this house in 1996 for about $2.6 million. Inside are many bedrooms, a private movie theater, a guest house, and vast entertainment areas. After many years there, Tiger sold the house in 2013. However, the true center of his life is the massive estate on Jupiter Island, Florida. The home was purchased in 2006 for an estimated cost of $40 to $55 million. This estate is designed like a private resort with a personal golf course, multiple swimming pools, a modern gym, and a physical recovery area. It is not just a residence, but a space that helps a top athlete maintain his form. In addition to real estate on land, Tiger also owns a yacht named Privacy, worth about $20 million. The vessel has 5 luxury cabins, a gym, a movie theater, and many other high-end amenities. The annual operating cost of this yacht is said to be up to about $2 million. Beside that, he also has a private Gulfstream G550 jet worth about $54 million, helping him move quickly between tournaments and destinations around the world. Looking at this life, many wonder, after all that success and wealth, could anything shake Tiger Woods' career? But then, when Tiger Woods' career seemed unshakable, the greatest upheaval struck. In late 2009, his name no longer appeared in the news for victories, but for a personal scandal that shocked the globe. The image of the perfect man, an icon of discipline and success, began to crumble in a very short time. From then on, everything changed incredibly fast. Advertising contracts were affected one by one, his reputation was severely damaged, and unprecedented pressure from the media weighed on Tiger's shoulders. But what made this journey even more painful were the subsequent physical issues. A series of injuries, especially to his back, forced him to undergo multiple surgeries and stay away from the golf course repeatedly. At times, people no longer asked when Tiger would win again, but began to doubt if he could continue to compete at all. From the position of a living legend, Tiger fell into the darkest period of his career. His reputation eroded, his physical condition declined, and his form vanished. Everything that once made an invincible Tiger Woods seemed to be leaving him one by one. And it was exactly when many believed his story had reached its end that a chapter no one expected began to unfold. Following the upheavals in his career and private life, Tiger Woods was no longer seen as the invincible icon of his peak years. There were times when people believed he would never return to the way he was. Successive injuries, skepticism from the public, and years of prolonged pressure seemed to have closed the story of a legend. But it was at that lowest point that Tiger showed his greatest value lay not in titles, but in the ability to stand up after a collapse. True to the spirit of the original content, the moment that truly moved the whole world was the historic comeback in 2019. It was not just a sporting victory, but a victory of will, of persistence, and of a person who had gone through too many crises. After everything that happened, Tiger didn't just return to the golf course, he returned as a symbol of redemption and resilience. Therefore, Tiger Woods' story doesn't stop at money, houses, private jets, or yachts. What makes his journey more special than anything is the fact that he fell many times, yet still found a way to stand up before the eyes of the entire world. And perhaps from here, people began to look at him with a different kind of admiration, deeper, quieter, and much more real than before. Tiger Woods' story shows that success is not only measured by money or titles. What makes his journey special is the ability to stand up after failures that seemed insurmountable. From a golf prodigy to a legend, then falling to the bottom and returning to the top, Tiger Woods has proven that can change destiny itself. If you want to discover more inspiring stories about the lives and fortunes of other famous stars, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content.